Let me start the recording. Okay. So, hello everyone, good morning. I know someone know about the Hindi and someone know about the English also. Okay. So, if you have any question or any doubt, आप हिंदी में पूछ सकते हो. अगर जिसको हिंदी में नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, you can ask me on English also. Okay. You can share in a chat or you have the unmute option. Okay. You can unmute yourself. Just ask at the same time. Okay. हो सकता है कि मैं आगे निकल जाऊँ और आप बाद में क्वेश्चन पूछो तो क्या क्या होगा कि उसे आप चैट में अगर क्वेश्चन भी शेयर कर रहे हो तो आई डोंट नो कि आई विल सी द चैट एट द स्क्रीन शेयर टाइम और नॉट. तो इससे बेटर है कि अनम्यूट योर सेल्फ एंड जस्ट आस्क द क्वेश्चन एट द सेम टाइम. तो इससे क्या होगा, मैं बेटर उसको और चीजें अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर सकूंगा आपको. और मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों साथ में लेके चलेंगे ताकि आपको समझ में आए. ठीक है. तो आज का हमारा जो सेशन है, मेन थिंग यही है कि हम तो स्टार्टिंग में हम समझ सकते हैं. ठीक है. स्टार्टिंग में हम जब सेल्स फोर्स में आते हैं, सो वी नो अबाउट द सेल्स फोर्स, बेसिकली द बेसिक थिंग्स, एंड वी नो अबाउट द डेवलपमेंट आल्सो. बट in the sense of the object APIs. Okay. So basically this is that's why I'm putting this topic name, accessing object data with Salesforce platform APIs. Okay. If you are a new in a Salesforce API and you want to understand which API are available to the Salesforce object in your Salesforce org, then this session is for you. The Salesforce platform provided the API that enable you to create, read, update, or delete record from your Salesforce org. So basically, these are API. What we will cover, these are API related to your Salesforce object, basically. Okay. So why I'm putting this Salesforce object point here? Because if you know something about the integration, so you can do integration with third party system. Okay. But what about the when someone ask to expose your Salesforce API to third party system, so then how you can create your API and how you can use Salesforce standard API to expose for the third party system. Okay. So this course, we will learn about all the Salesforce object APIs and how we can create our Salesforce API and how we can expose for the third-party system. And in this system also, sometimes, okay, third party ask, I need to be fetch the like account data or contact data or account and contact both data I want to fetch from Salesforce to my system, but you don't know about how I can create or how I can get this the API to the third party. They can pull the data at any time, no any specific time, because at the my point of view, okay, if someone asks to pull or push the data, so better than you need to be do integration in your in your org. So simple in a Salesforce, the object multiple APIs, all object we have this every API. If you are creating this custom object, if you have the standard object, if any object in the system, it means you have the API basically. Okay. If someone asks related to that object, you can share that standard API to the third party system. So, but how you can create your API and how you can do also, authentication process to third party system, because if you can able to create your API, but how you can share authentication process. Okay. तो आप एपीआई क्रिएट कर सकते हो, बट आप बेसिकली ऑथेंटिकेशन प्रोसेस क्या है, आपका सिक्योरिटी पॉइंट क्या है. सो if you want to do any third party system API, also you should know about the authentication process. If you want to expose your API also, so also you should share your authentication process. बेसिकली हम कैसे ऑथेंटिकेट करेंगे, सेल्स फोर्स से कोई भी थर्ड पार्टी कैसे ऑथेंटिकेट करेगा। तो दीज आर पॉइंट्स वी विल डिस्कस टुडे। एंड so here we will use most of the basically our postman. If you want to do like any API for code, so then also I will do the one code and then I will show you. But only our today concern how we can create the API, how we can share our API to the third party system, and how we can create our connected app. These are points we will cover today. Okay. So let's go on the agenda. If anyone know any points, so please ask me. Okay, unmute yourself and ask at the same time. So my name is Ashish Madhukar, and I'm founder of SFDC Madhukar. So SFDC Madhukar is basically YouTube channel. So where I am creating the Salesforce free training in a Hindi only. So and I'm also 9 times Salesforce certified and 2 times Copodo. So I'm working as a senior Salesforce developer. So by basically my expertise in LWC and REST API integration. So that's why I'm also main, my interest only the, integration and LWC related project. So that's why I'm putting this course here. So what are the our agenda today? So what is connected app and REST API for Salesforce object, REST API resources, and REST API resource for access data, and REST API is object resources, accessing individual record and traversing the relationship. Basically, also in a REST API queries resource, relationship queries, and getting query results. So how we can get also the more than 2000 record also. So these are also viewpoint we will cover in this our integration. Okay. So basically what is connected app? So a connected app is a framework that enable external application to integrate with Salesforce security. It allow you to authenticate and authorize external application to access Salesforce data via APIs without requiring user to directly log in the sales. So basically, connected app is providing the authentication process in a Salesforce. If someone, any external system want to connect with Salesforce and he want to like access your data, or he want to enter in basically yes, so Salesforce. So basically, you should create a connected app and expose your basically authentication process. How you can authenticate your process for the third party system. So this connected app providing you the client ID, client secret key for authentication process. Okay, so we will do one by one everything. First, we know about the connected app. So how we can create our basically this connected app in our Salesforce. Okay. So let me go to the org. So we will do one by one and step by step everything. Okay. So let me go to the system, and I need also this password. So that's why so if for example you have saved your password in a like Salesforce org, okay, but you don't know what I have set this password. So just you can inspect and in a type here the password. Okay, you can just type here text, and then you're able to get your password. What is your password? So this is my password. Okay, so I need to for authentication process I need this password. So that's why I just check my what the exactly the password. Okay. So in Salesforce org, I have logged in. Okay. So before creating any API, so your first option, you should create a connected app. So how you can create a connected app? Just click on the setup and type here the app manager and click on this app manager. So in this app manager, here we have the two options. One is the Lightning app. The Lightning app basically using the Salesforce, and connected app. This is for connect any third party system. Okay. So click on this connected app, and then it will be ask your corrected app name. Okay, so let me give my this Salesforce APIs API auth. Okay, so this API name will automatic copy here, and this contact email ID. So you can give your contact email ID. So I'm giving my this email ID here. And then after that, we have the option API enable auth setting. Okay. So you should enable this auth setting here. So just click on this enable button. Then it will be ask your call out URL. Okay. So this call out URL, as of now, we are using the Salesforce. So you can give like the Salesforce.com also. So I'm giving this Salesforce.com. But if you are using, okay, if you are using this connected app for SSO, like any third party, SSO single sign-on, so then this call out URL will provide by third party system. So whatever he will provide you this callback URL, so you should put here the callback URL, and whatever the login URL you will create, so that login URL also you should pass here. Okay. So as of now, I'm not using the any third party SSO system here. So but we will do one another session. There we will cover only SSO, how we can create our single sign-on process with third-party system using the Salesforce identity provider. Okay, so anyone can log in using the Salesforce credential. He can log in the different application like the Gmail, like he have any third-party any legacy system. He can log in using the Salesforce credential. Okay, so here I'm giving this only my Salesforce URL here. After that, here you should pass here if you see here selected auth scope, you should also give the access. Okay, so there we have the multiple we have the full access also. If you see here, there we have full access option, but don't give this full access option when we are using like open id, like for something related to the SSO or any only API. So only we are giving this open ID. So here I'm giving the open ID, and another this access interaction, forget password I'm not given here. Managed manage user data via API also I'm giving this, and this is our API we are giving. Okay, full access also. This one also I'm giving ID with profile, email address, and phone. So this three scope I have given. If you not able to understand which API we should go, but this is the very sensitive option to uh, try give your scopes basically. Sometimes giving the full access means he can access everything in your Salesforce using the API. He can delete, he can modify data using the API. So don't give any full access. If required, only then only assign give the scope like full access. Otherwise you can give our whatever the requirement only. Okay, so now everything I have done. So let me just save here and continue. So when you save and continue here, so if you see here, change that the take up to take 10 minutes. So what we require actually, okay? So for example, this postman, okay, this is the postman, and this is the API testing tool. Okay, so if you don't know, so you can just install this postman API and you can try to use login. Okay, so because this is the very useful for testing your API. So the postman working as a third party system, you can consider as a third party system also. Okay, so I'm creating this new here. So here we have collection. So here I will store all my API. So only I'm giving this my API name, like collection name basically. So let me give my collection name here. Uh, so I'm giving my collection name like Salesforce platform APIs. Okay. Then after that, here we have the add request. Just click on the add request. So this add request, I want to give this name like get access token. Okay. So this access token for your creating like getting the access token for Salesforce. So how you can get the access token using your connected app? So let me go again this connected app. If you see here, we have the option, okay, managed. So just click on the manage option. So also, if you see here, we have the multiple different things. Like if you want to give the user provisioning setting, you can give. If someone want to pass any custom attribute, so you can create custom attribute also. Okay, here. Okay. If you want to give like some, just like any scope want to change here, so you can add also scope here. Okay. So and let me go
Ashish.
back.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I have question related to that access provided. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर सिर्फ डेटा से रिलेटेड अगर फैचिंग करना है तो उसके लिए कितना एक्सेस देना है?
सिर्फ अगर जो हमने अभी दिया है, आप दो दे सकते हो। एक मिनट मैं उसको ओपन कर लेता हूँ। कनेक्टेड ऐप। ओके, लेट मी रिफ्रेश this one. Okay, so let me show you that one also. Okay, so here we have assigned only see. So if you want only get the like fetch the data, so only you can assign these two things. Okay, like access the identity URL service using the ID, profile, email address, and phone, and manage user data. So you can assign this user data also. This open ID for I'm giving someone use the open ID authentication process identity provider. Then only you can assign. Otherwise, you can leave it also. Okay.
ओके। एंड जो ऑब्जेक्ट लेवल पे जो वैलिडेशन रूल होते हैं वो सब इट विल फायर व्हेन दे विल ट्राई टू फैच,
हाँ हाँ, जो भी
वो
वैलिडेशन रूल।
एप्लीकेबल होता है क्या?
जी जी, जो भी वैलिडेशन रूल आपके, फॉर एग्जांपल आपने किसी कस्टम ऑब्जेक्ट पे वैलिडेशन रूल लिखा हुआ है कि ये एपीआई वैल्यू उसमें होनी चाहिए। ठीक है। आप उसमें कोई लाइक
हुँ,
आप कुछ डीएमएल कर रहे हैं एपीआई के थ्रू, तो वो वैल्यू आपको अपने मतलब थर्ड पार्टी सिस्टम से पास करना ही होगा। अगर आप चाहते हो उसको कि मेरा कोई भी वैलिडेशन रूल इंटीग्रेशन के लिए पास ना करे, ठीक है, मतलब उसके लिए फायर ना हो,
हुँ,
तो उसके लिए क्या करते हैं कि जो भी हमारा वैलिडेशन रूल होता है उसमें हम एक कस्टम सेटिंग बना लेते हैं। कस्टम सेटिंग बना के उस यूजर को असाइन कर देते हैं। जैसे कि ये यूजर मैं अभी यूज करने जा रहा हूँ अपना सिस्टम एडमिन। ठीक है। बट जब भी हम
यस,
इंटीग्रेशन
हुँ,
करते हैं, जब भी हम इंटीग्रेशन करते हैं तो आप हमेशा मेक श्योर करो कि इंटीग्रेशन के लिए आप एक सेपरेट यूजर बनाओ इंटीग्रेशन यूजर के नाम से। ठीक है। उसमें भी क्योंकि हमारा जो इस
ओके,
सिस्टम
हुँ,
एडमिन का होता है, अगर आपने कभी भी डेवलपर और बनाया होगा तो आपका पासवर्ड 15 दिन या 30 डेज के बाद चेंज हो जाता है। ठीक है। तो आपको क्या
यस,
करना
हुँ,
है, एक परमिशन सेट क्रिएट करना है और उस इंटीग्रेशन यूजर को आपका नेवर नेवर चेंज लाइक नेवर एक्सपायर पासवर्ड करके उसको असाइन कर देते हैं। ठीक है। उससे क्या होगा कि जो भी आपने पासवर्ड स्टार्टिंग में सेट किया है वो कभी भी एक्सपायर नहीं होगा। उससे क्या होगा, आपका कोई भी इंटीग्रेशन अगर आप थर्ड पार्टी का कोई अपना एपीआई एक्सपोज कर रही हैं तो कभी भी एक्सपायर नहीं होगा, कभी भी आपका एपीआई बंद नहीं होगा। क्योंकि जैसे ही पासवर्ड चेंज होता है वैसे ही आपका एपीआई स्टॉप हो जाता है। क्योंकि अभी जब हम अभी दिखाएंगे कि ऑथेंटिकेशन प्रोसेस के लिए हम पासवर्ड और जो भी हम अपना सेल्सफोर्स का एक्सेस टोकन होता है वो दोनों कंबाइन करके हम ऑथेंटिकेशन प्रोसेस के लिए सेंड करते हैं।
एंड एक्सेस टोकन चेंज हो जाता है जब भी पासवर्ड चेंज होता है तो?
हाँ, जब भी पासवर्ड चेंज होता
इसलिए।
है एक्सेस टोकन आपका चेंज हो जाता है। तो इसलिए हम कभी भी, जो भी हमारा सिस्टम एडमिन होता है, हम उससे कभी भी इंटीग्रेशन नहीं करते हैं। जब अगर आप लाइव प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रही हैं, तो अगर लाइव प्रोजेक्ट
हुँ,
से आप कभी, आपका कोई टीम लीड है या कोई आर्किटेक्ट होता है, तो आपको सजेस्ट करेगा हमेशा कि आप क्रिएट वन लाइक इंटीग्रेशन यूजर। और उसमें आप लाइक, पहले तो हमें प्रोफाइल पे ही मिल जाता था नेवर एक्सपायर पासवर्ड का। अब वो सेल्सफोर्स ने उसको परमिशन सेट में मतलब मूव कर दिया है। तो क्या करना होता है, एक परमिशन सेट क्रिएट करके वो परमिशन सेट उस यूजर को असाइन कर देते हैं। तो उसका पासवर्ड कभी भी चेंज नहीं होता है। अब कभी
ओके,
भी वो चेंज होगा पासवर्ड, तो क्योंकि हमारा पासवर्ड कभी चेंज नहीं होगा तो एक्सेस टोकन भी चेंज नहीं होगा। अभी मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा कि हमें जो एरर आता है वो मतलब एरर में हमें ग्रांट मतलब ग्रांट टाइप का एरर दिखाता है, बट एक्चुअल में हमारा एरर कुछ भी हो सकता है कि आपका क्लाइंट आईडी गलत हो सकता है आपका पासवर्ड गलत हो सकता है एक्सेस टोकन चेंज हो गया है तो एक्सेस टोकन गलत हो सकता है। तो कुछ भी गलत हो सकता है, बट एरर आपको हमेशा ग्रांट टाइप का ही मिलता है। तो उससे लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाता है कि ग्रांट टाइप तो हमने पासवर्ड लिखा हुआ है, लेकिन फिर भी हमें ग्रांट टाइप का ही एरर दिखा रहा है।
ओके,
ठीक है, तो वो एरर में मैं दिखाऊंगा कि एरर कैसे आता है, और वो दिखाऊंगा कि एरर आपको चेक करना है अपने, अगर सेल्सफोर्स लॉगिन हो तो आप कैसे चेक करोगे कि उसमें एक्चुअल में एरर क्या है उसके लिए।
ओके, या एंड वन मोर थिंग, मुझे एक सिनेरियो मिला था जिसमें 2 सेल्सफोर्स और के बीच ना, बट वो बाय डायरेक्शनल था,
हाँ
तो
हाँ।
वो कंडीशन भी हम कवर करेंगे क्या?
अभी तो हमने मतलब एपीआई बनाने के लिए बताया है, बट अगर बाय डायरेक्शनल के लिए है, जैसे कि एक मिनट मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ कि बाय डायरेक्शनल के लिए आप क्या कर सकते हो। मतलब मैंने भी जब स्टार्टिंग मतलब किया था, इंटीग्रेशन सीखना शुरू किया था, तो मोस्ट लोग यही, मतलब मोस्ट लोग, सभी लोग मोस्टली यही क्वेश्चन देते हैं कि एक सेल्स फोर्स दूसरे सेल्स फोर्स में बाय डायरेक्शन करना होता है। ठीक है, तो मैं आपको एक बता देता हूँ कि मेन उसका अप्रोच क्या होता है। ठीक है,
जी,
तो जैसे कि ये मान लो कि ये मेरा एक सेल्स फोर्स ऑर्ग है, ठीक है, सेम। दूसरा ये मेरा सेल्स फोर्स ऑर्ग है, दूसरा ये मेरा सेल्स फोर्स ऑर्ग है, ठीक है। अब आपका रिक्वायरमेंट है कि जैसे कि मेरा ए ऑर्ग ए है, ठीक है।
हुँ,
ओके, इसमें ठीक है, ये मेरा ऑर्ग ए है और ए ऑर्ग बी है, ठीक है। अब उन्होंने कहा कि जो भी मेरा ये अकाउंट, मान लो कि ये मेरा अकाउंट रिकॉर्ड इसमें क्रिएट होता है ऑर्ग ए में, तो वो ऑर्ग बी से सिंक हो जाए, ठीक है। बट अगर
हुँ,
कोई भी इस आर्ग बी में कुछ अकाउंट में अपडेट होता है, तो वो अगेन दोबारा सिंक बैक अकाउंट ए में हो जाए, ठीक है। हमारे बायडायरेक्शन हो गया। बट यहाँ पे आपको
हाँ,
एक छोटा सी चीजें ध्यान रखना होता है कि जब आप यहाँ से ऑर्ग ए का डेटा आप सेंड करती हैं ऑर्ग बी में, तो आप उस अकाउंट की आईडी भी सेंड करो ऑर्ग बी में एज एक्सटर्नल आईडी। आप उसको कंसीडर करो एज एक्सटर्नल आईडी कि ये आपका जो ऑर्ग बी ए का आईडी है, सेल्सफोर्स आईडी, उसको आप कंसीडर करो ऑर्ग बी का एक्सटर्नल आईडी, ठीक है। आपका ये हो गया। अब
हुँ,
जब आप इसको सिंक बैक करेंगी कि अगर दोबारा इसमें आर्ग ए में भी हमारा, अगर उसका रिक्वायरमेंट होता है कि आर्ग ए में भी दोबारा कुछ चेंजेस होता है, तो दोबारा वो सिंक बैक हमारा ए में होना चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अब मैंने यहाँ पे
यस,
आर्ग बी में कुछ चेंजेस किया, ठीक है। अब वो आर्ग ए में कैसे सिंक होगा,
हुँ,
अगर आपके पास आईडी नहीं होगा तो आप अपडेट नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो जो एक्सटर्नल आईडी आपने सेंड किया
अकाउंट
था,
आईडी,
हाँ, तो जो अकाउंट आईडी है आपका एक्सटर्नल आईडी, उस अकाउंट आईडी एक्सटर्नल आईडी की बेसिस पे उसको सिंक बैक करेंगे ए में। मतलब एपीआई आपका दोनों मतलब सेम ही होगा, बस आपका यहाँ पे आप पोस्ट करेंगे, यहाँ से आप डेट करके उसको अपडेट मारेंगे। बेसिकली दोनों में आपका सेम ऐसे चलेगा,
ओके,
ठीक है। तो आपको मेन
हुँ,
चीज जो ध्यान रखना होता है, वो दोनों और की आईडी हमें एक दूसरे में आपको रखना पड़ता है एज एक्सटर्नल आईडी, क्योंकि कभी भी जरूरत पड़ेगा तो आपको यहाँ से सिंक बैक और
हुँ,
वहां से सिंक बैक कर सकती है उसको यूज करके,
ओके।
ठीक है।
मेरा जो सिनेरियो था उसमें ये था कि यहाँ से अकाउंट कॉन्टैक्ट था और वहाँ पे लेकिन दूसरे 2 ऑब्जेक्ट थे।
हम्म।
ऑप्ट एंड ऑफ डिटेल करके था, तो उसमें फिर कैसे वो होगा?
तो
सपोज
यहाँ
ए
पे
टू बी अकाउंट का आईडी तो मैं एक्सटर्नल से पास कर दूंगी, लेकिन यहाँ से दूसरा ऑब्जेक्ट है, बी में दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट से ए में जाना है।
हाँ तो वो भी तो आपके पास आईडी तो आपने फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने यहाँ पे कोई अकाउंट ABC क्रिएट किया, ठीक है। अब मैं आता हूँ नीचे इसको,
हम्म।
ठीक है। आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल और गेम ए में आपने कोई अकाउंट क्रिएट किया ABC, ठीक है। ये अकाउंट ऑब्जेक्ट है। बट आर्ग बी में यहाँ
यस।
पे आपका कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, टेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट करके कुछ, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे आपका जो आर्ग जनरेट हुआ 1 2 3 जनरेट हुआ सेल्सफोर्स की आईडी, ठीक है। बट यहाँ पे जो आईडी है, कोई दूसरा ऑब्जेक्ट है तो आईडी भी दूसरा जनरेट होगा। बट यहाँ पे एज एक्सटर्नल एक्सटर्नल आईडी आपने स्टोर करके रखा 1 2 3 4। ये एक्सटर्नल आईडी आपने तब भेजा जब यहाँ पे आपका अकाउंट आईडी क्रिएट हुआ, और उसको आपने जब सिंक किया इस ऑर्ग से, तो आपके पास ऑलरेडी एक्सटर्नल आईडी आप इस ऑर्ग की अकाउंट आईडी तो है ही,
यस।
ठीक है।
हाँ।
अब जब इसमें कुछ चेंजेस हुआ, अब फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ने ABC का नाम चेंज करके उन्होंने कर दिया टेस्ट XYZ, ओके। अब
जी।
आपके पास तो आईडी है ही, इस आईडी का यूज करके आप इसको अपडेट मार देंगे तो आपका ये भी हो जाएगा टेस्ट XYZ,
ओके।
ओके। अब
यस यस।
आप चाहते हैं कि नहीं, अब दोबारा यहाँ पे कोई चेंज करता है कुछ भी, और दोबारा यहाँ पे कुछ चेंज करता है तो भी वो अपडेट करे, तो फिर अब जो है टेस्ट की अकाउंट टेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट की आईडी है, इसको भी यहाँ पे सिंक बैक कर लो, मतलब यहाँ भी एज एक्सटर्नल आईडी मतलब स्टोर करके रख लो कि कुछ भी चेंज होगा इन फ्यूचर तो उसको भी मैं वहां पे करूंगी। तो मान लीजिए कि इसमें हमने एज एक्सटर्नल आईडी 5 6 7 8 9 स्टोर करके रखा है, तो ये आईडी मेरा इस ऑब्जेक्ट की आईडी है, और ये आईडी मेरा इस ऑब्जेक्ट।
ये जो एक्सटर्नल आईडी अपडेट होता है, ये प्रायर टू इंटीग्रेशन होता है कि इंटीग्रेशन के थ्रू ही मतलब हम करते हैं?
इंटीग्रेशन के थ्रू जब फर्स्ट टाइम आप रिकॉर्ड सेंड करती हैं उसी टाइम पे भेजते हैं हम एज एक्सटर्नल आईडी।
ओके ओके, हम गॉट इट। ठीक।
ओके, अब आते हैं अपने बेसिकली connected app पे। ओके, so what we need after creating the connected app, so we need uh, basically consumer key and secret key. So how we can get, here we have option manage consumer details, so just click on this, then it will be ask your verification code basically, okay. So you can go your email, you will get your email, okay. So here I got the email, and just send your verification code here. After that, you able to see your consumer key and secret key. See here, now I'm able to get consumer key and secret key. So this is in integration, is it is also called client ID and client secret. Okay. So now time to create basically your API. So how you can create to your API here basically? Let me click on this managed. Okay. So just click here like domain, my domain here. Okay. So see here, this is my domain. Okay. So make sure without domain you can't do anything in your integration basically. Okay. So you should copy this domain name, but it should be start like HTTP basically. Okay. So let me go to my here and type just HTTPS colon / and just paste. This is my domain ID. Okay. So sometimes someone copy this ID. Okay, this base URL. Okay, but this is your not base domain. If you see here, here is also mentioned the lightning.post.com. Okay, but in your main domain, this is not your lightning. This is your domain develop like my dot salesforce.com. So this in every basically Salesforce, you are able to get this my.salesforce.com, and this is your domain name. So on the basis of project, you can update like someone like test organization, so it will be automatic by default update the test. But someone want to change like community hub dot mysalesforce.com, so then you can update here from edit. You can edit your domain name as well. Okay, so now time to let's go to and get the access token. How we can get the access token basically. Okay, .com. So here basically we should create access token. So how you can create the access token? This is your domain, and here we have like if you use anytime like workbench, so their workbench you can get all the URL and API as well. Okay, so here we should pass the services basically. Okay, this is services. After that you should pass auth. Okay, so what we are using AUA2H. Okay, R2. So this is our R2 password we are using here. Okay, and after that here we can pass like token something, and let's check how we can. So this is our get. Okay, now let's in body we should pass our all the key related data. So here we need to pass client underscore ID. Okay, so what do we have? Client ID. Go to this and this section. This is your key. Consumer key is your client ID. Just copy this and paste here. Same client underscore secret. Okay, so what is your client secret? This is your client secret key. So just paste client secret key. After that, grant underscore type. Okay, grant type. So here grant type, send password. After that, what you should pass here? User name. So what's your username? Whatever your basically Salesforce user, what you're using for getting the access token and everything. So this your Salesforce user name you should pass here. Okay, so this is your username. So just copy your username and paste here. And after that, last is password. Okay, so what is my password? I have given as a assist to 8897 at the rate. Okay, so let me just send and check the error. Okay, so see what I'm getting, a invalid request. So here it's asking for post. So let me set the post and send again. So here what I'm getting error, see invalid grant, but my grant is the password. Authentication failure. So now how you can check this is what the exact error. So let's go in user. Whatever user details you want to do authentication, so go to that user details, and we have here the login history. See here login history, auth, username, password, password flow disable, and see remote access, and here Salesforce API auth login dot. Okay, So let's how you can get basically your security token. So just go to your setting, and here we have reset my security token. For example, you if you have already used security token, but by mistake you have reset again your security token, so then your integration will not work. If already you have shared with like client, like in the third party system, and you have by mistake you have reset your password, so then your all integration will stop working, because now you have reset your security token. When you have reset your security token, you will get another security token. See here. So let me go the security token and pass this security token in with the my password. Now just send. So now I'm still getting this grant type error. So let me check my like connected app. Okay. So in connected app, maybe uh, we have missed something like any checkbox. So let me Salesforce API auth. Just click on view. So flow disabled something. We have given something. Enable client credential flow. Require second refresh flow. Also we have. Let's go to our user and check.
Do we need any
Mhm.
this client credential flow?
No, client credential code we have here, client ID. Okay, let's check the here login history. Okay, in login history, we able to get the what the issue basically here. So here, this is something on remote site. See here, username, password flow disabled. Basically, which one the password flow? Let's check the in our connected app. Let's this edit. Enable client credential flow. This one. Enable and now save. And now let's check. Still is failing. Authorization code and credential. Go to this history again. Refresh. Password disabled. Check. Okay, let's use instead of password, let's use the client credential basically. Okay, so for client credential, we can remove this option, and instead of password, here we can send client underscore credentials. I think let me check now. It's still showing no client credential user enable. Okay, let me enable the client credential user here. So for client credential user, you should here we have connected handler, and so we should run as our client credential user. So we can select our user basically like this and enable this one. And now we can check no client credential still. Enable client credential flow. Just save now. Okay, just give me a minute. I think something is, let me check once again. So what the issue basically here? So in if you're creating any new org, okay, so in Salesforce, so here we have option allow auth user name and password flow. So this is by default off. Okay, if you see here, allow your org to the legacy or to username password flow to authorize an app and already has the user credential. Okay, so this we should on. After that only it will be apply your flow and password setting. So that's why again and again saying the password flow disabled. Okay, so let me check now. And it still is coming. So let me see. Refresh, this is enabled. Okay, now it's enabled. And allow authorize code and credential flow. So this one we are not using as of now. We are using first one. And now again go to your application. So this is your application. And again enable what checkbox you have disabled. So this is are my enable checkbox. Let me save and just check now. So this is still giving the same error flow. Now let's check what the error is going. Same error or the something different error. So when you have to set up this password, so this is the see here now is giving the field not approved for access. Okay, so I think I have enabled something like not approved. So here we have managed, and in policy you should disable this one like see permit user admin approve user. So you should give the all user myself authorized. So then he able to get the access token. Now let's check and the send. See here now we are able to get the access token. This is our access token. If you see here, this is the instance URL, like our domain, and this is the access token type is your bearer token. Anyone have any question?
Yeah, here we always use grant type as password, or we have other option, and how we will identify when to use which one.
So if like some clients don't want the grant type as a password, so we have another option is like using the client credential. Okay, so instead of password you can use client credential, but for that you should enable two things like in a connected app. Let me you. Let me refresh once. So in a connected app, we have option for client credential options. Let me open this. So if here we have checkbox, okay. If you see here, we have another checkbox. Enable authorization code and credential flow. First thing you should checkbox this checked, and another checked we have like this one. Uh,
OAuth setting.
Auth setting, yes, in auth and OpenID connect settings. So here we have also another. See here, allow authorization code and credential flow. So you should enable this, and after that you can start like remove this password. You can like type here client credential here.
Okay, only these two are there, right? Password
Yes,
and
correct, correct, yes.
okay.
Okay.
बट ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि कौन सा यूज करना है मतलब?
नहीं, कभी कभी जैसे थर्ड पार्टी जो सिस्टम होते हैं वो बोलती है कि हमें ग्रांट टाइप एज पासवर्ड यूज नहीं करना है, तो अगर कोई अदर ऑप्शन है लाइक कोड ऑथराइजेशन कोड ऑप्शन है तो आप वो दे दो, मतलब कि वो अगर सपोर्ट नहीं करते कि हम मतलब ग्रांट टाइप पासवर्ड सपोर्ट नहीं करते, आप कोई और ऑथेंटिकेशन प्रोसेस दो तो आप क्लाइंट क्रेडेंशियल दे सकते हो।
ओके,
जैसे
सो
मैंने
इसके साथ हमें कुछ और डिटेल भी पास करनी होती है क्या उन्हें?
नहीं, सेम सारे करेंस यही आपको मेन क्लाइंट आईडी, क्लाइंट सीक्रेट, ग्रांट टाइप, यहाँ पे आपका पासवर्ड की जगह पर चेंज हो जाएगा, क्लाइंट क्रेडेंशियल हो जाएगा, बाकी सेम यूजर नेम पासवर्ड रहेगा।
Okay, in all integration, this is the standard we
यस
use,
करेक्ट।
right? There is no other parameter. Huh? Okay.
यस राइट। अदर
And
पैरामीटर जैसे
on
कुछ
connected app, there, sorry.
अदर कंटेंट जैसे समवन वांट लाइक समथिंग, कुछ कोड उन्होंने पास करा कि हमें एक पर्टिकुलर कोड दे, तो वहां पे अनदर ऑप्शन आप दे सकते हो, मतलब कुछ कस्टम इसमें है ना हमारे बेसिकली कनेक्टेड ऐप में हमारे पास यहाँ पे आता है कि एक कस्टम एट्रीब्यूट, तो आप कोई कस्टम एट्रीब्यूट भी उससे और लेना चाहते हो तो यहाँ पे क्रिएट करके उससे ऑथेंटिकेट भी कर सकते
Okay.
हो।
Attribute
बेसिकली एक
मतलब
हाँ,
वेरिएबल।
बेसिकली मतलब एक्स्ट्रा सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करने के लिए हम करते हैं।
ओके। और जो ऊपर के चेकबॉक्स हैं इसमें आपने कनेक्टेड ऐप में some checkbox you checked in right here. Yeah.
यस
So
दिस
this will be
बाय
same
डिफॉल्ट
for password. Uh,
password for this should 3, and for client credential you should enable this
hmm.
one also, client credential flow, and this one.
Okay,
Okay.
including the above three, right?
Right.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So this is our authorization process. We now able to get the our authentication token. Okay. So now we let me go the next process and next point here. So another point we have like a REST API for Salesforce object. So REST API provide the API access using the RESTful architecture pattern. Okay, and the top basically the in a patterns the set of REST resources under the root HTTP like domain, and then mysalesforce.com. After the services, there are multiple data version also in the Salesforce. Okay, like 64, 59, and 52. So whatever the version is, some for example you have shared, right, you have shared the API with your client, it was like something you can say like 30, below 30. Okay, so now the Salesforce retired all the API below 30 and 30 also. Okay, so don't use any your version like basically below 30 or 30. You can try to use all latest one, yeah, between 31 to 59 basically. Okay, so the top level resource available under this is our the all the services. So first point here, REST API. Okay, so then data, after services you should add the data, and after data forward select you should add your version, which your version, like 64, 52, 50, whatever your version where you want to use for, share the third party, you can use. When people and Salesforce document refer, so the Salesforce REST API, they are referring to the version resource under this. Okay, so they are also, so in every Salesforce integration, like API, we are controlling the version basically. If you are using the bulk API or a sync process, so in this also we have two versions. Okay, first one bulk one API and bulk API two. So these are versioning control, why we are using version and everything. Right? If someone launch the different version, it means they are providing the multiple multiple and more updatable and more resource provided with the this your new version basically. Okay, so this is the our if you see sorry, so this is the in a third point, if you see here, so this is our the API like point, how our APIs look like basically. So if you want, we can use this API for our third party system and others. Okay, so let me go the next point over. So getting why I'm going last. Okay, it was this one, I think. Okay. Okay, so this is our API, and another is the getting the query result. So how you can get your query result and response data. So in Salesforce, they are providing the multiple API for getting the query, and like more than 2000 or less than 2000. Okay, so let me explain the REST API resources. Okay, so what is the REST API resources? Basically, so in a REST API resources, so here above this execution bulk API and all the REST API resource are version under the my domain and version control. So as of the Spring 24 release, which is API version 60, as of now. Okay, so for now the new version is 60, so you can use between 51 to 31 to 60, any API version you can use for your. So but as of now, for top level is the 60. Okay, the REST API version resource will retrieve a list of supported API version with the information including the version label and the version read basically. Okay, so the REST API resource by version resource will retrieve the list of available resource for the specified API version, including the resource name and root also. So if you see in the, for example, so here we are using the post method, and in the our basically this domain, after domain, the mysalesforce.com hyphen services hyphen forward slash data and forward slash v60. So this is our the 60 version basically we are using. Okay, then our this is the next point, basically the REST API resource data access. So how we can access the data in our REST API basically. So as this session post we are post basically, so data is Salesforce, or it will focus on the REST API resources under this. So how you can create your REST API for any specific object or any. Okay, so in this we have the multiple composite, we have bulk, we have individual resource. Okay, so how you can create your basically the simple and REST API resource for any object or any third party for any third party system, like a standard object, or you can use also for the custom object. Okay, so what are basically operation we can do in using the REST API. Okay, a subject and custom object. So the set up REST API as object allow you to perform the wide range of the operation and standard and custom object. For example, we can get CRUD access to the individual record, traverse the object relationship to access record for the related objects. Okay, get the metadata describing the objects, and get page layout and descriptions also. Get objects action. So for example, sometimes we have required, so we need to get the all the object label and whatever the records in the custom object. So these are action we can perform using the our REST API in Salesforce platform. Okay. So accessing individual record. So how you can get your individual record in Salesforce basically. So yes, object resource allow you to create, retrieve, update, or delete individual record for the standard and custom object. So the object basic information resources allow you to create uh, specified object basically. So let's see the demo how we can accessing the record, individual record in our Salesforce. So let me go to the again in the Postman. Okay, so here I'm adding the new add request here. So I'm giving as of now for account. So also we will do for our custom object. So get account. Okay. So this is my API name. Then same for till now services, your the domain like endpoint, it should be the same. And after that, what are will change here? So here only you should change after services, here you should change data and hyphen v60.0. This is your version basically. Okay. And after that, what your object name basically. Okay. So whatever your object name, you can give your object name and you can. So here my yes object name. And what's your object name? Account something. Okay. So here I'm only passing, directly, no any basically here specify the keyword. So click query directly. I'm try to get the other account data here. So this is our basically object. So I want to create one account record in our system. Okay. So before that, here we should pass our authentication token here also. So here I'm giving the authorization. And if you see here, our API authentication process type is the bearer token. Okay, so you should add this one also, bearer in your value. After bearer, just space and copy this bearer token here, like access token, and paste in your value after space. Okay, so this is our name. Okay, and in body. Okay, so in body, what you should pass here, you should pass your data basically, like what you should need to be create the data. So whatever the required field. Okay, so this is I'm selecting here JSON type. Whatever the required field in your system, you should pass in JSON format. Okay, so I'm passing here name. So if name is the required field, I'm passing here uh, integration test one. Okay, and any other field if you want to pass value, so you can pass here directly after a comma. So let me check in our org whatever the fields available. Account.
आशीष, अगर यहाँ पे 2 ऑब्जेक्ट होंगे तो कैसे वी विल कवर?
दो ऑब्जेक्ट एक साथ,
हाँ।
तो इसलिए हम रिकॉर्ड तो एक ही क्रिएट करते हैं ना वहां पे। अगर दो ऑब्जेक्ट होगा तो फिर हमें रिलेटेड रिकॉर्ड में भेजना पड़ेगा वहां पे। बेसिकली।
अनरिलेटेड नहीं आएगा राइट? उसके लिए फिर से करना पड़ेगा?
हाँ हाँ, उसमें उसकी आईडी पास करनी पड़ेगी ना, तभी तो रिलेटेड में शो करेगा नॉर्मली।
ठीक है।
तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे यहाँ पे टेक एनी लाइक एनी वैल्यू और एनी लाइक वेबसाइट और एनी फोन. So let me take the phone here and passing this double quotes, and let me send the request and check if any error or any it's. So the request resource does not exist basically. So which resource is not found? So let me remove yes object and the LT passing this account. This one also is not resource coming. So let me check this API name like 59 and let's check. It's still not. Okay, so then how you can check your this basically API, like what where API we are using, this is correct or not. Okay, so let me give you another options for checking your API, what are your API try to create, this is the correct or not. So here we have option for workbench. Okay, so in workbench this is my product developer also, it's also container live production. So just click on this and just log in. Then it will be ask your Salesforce password and just allow. So here I'm able to log in a workbench. Okay. So for checking your, API and everything, so you can check, go to here, like for example, I want to create any record, insert data. So just click on this insert and this is our single records. Just go back. So here you can select like I want to create account object. So just click on single record and just click on the next. So here you can create and delete operation here. But I want to select my, no, this is the register column. Hmm. So here we have post and everything. See here, this is our API and here we want to use our the data. Okay. So this is the body. Okay. Like for example, I want to create. So this is your services data version and which record you want to use. Like, so let me check putting only here account and same JSON I'm passing here. Okay, but I think this is not I think JSON is not correct. Wait. So see here extension, maybe this JSON, the request resource does not exist. So double quotes, let me use our double quotes for both, for phone and for this one, and let's execute now. So this resource also not found, and after this use s object and this what we have used in our postman. This one, okay, I think we have missed something. Let me go up. Yes, 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 it should be the yes objects, I think. No? Yeah, and I think this is this. Yes, so here also, if you see here, this object details described here, false and true and everything here given, like whatever the record you have created. See here account, and then if you see here now, your ID here is coming. Okay, so this record now it's created and this showing also is okay. And
But
how
we
you can,
don't get, right, Ashish? We
yeah,
don't get. So, will it create or it just
yes, yeah, this is the
extracted?
gate, but we should type here post first. Okay, then only be able to create. But how you can check this? Like this is your
Fields,
JSON. Mhm.
which I,
How you can check your JSON is correct or not? So, okay, so we have another online system basically. Okay, type here. Mostly I'm using this like this thing. What is the name? The JSON validator basically. So what the name of JSON lint. So this is the one site, okay, JSON lint. What I'm doing, for example, sometimes I have created our JSON, but that JSON is not correct. But how I can check what the missing something in JSON? So just you can paste your JSON here and just click on validation. See here, it's showing your name. It should be like, see, expecting got single string, but got the undefined. So your JSON, this name should be in a double quotes. This one. Now, if it validate your JSON, so it will not get any error. Like, see, so you can just copy again and just paste your JSON here. And now this is the post. Let me insert you. So now see here, we are able to get the success message. So success is true and error message nothing in here. If you copy this ID and go to your Salesforce org and just paste ID. So here your record has been created now. See, phone number also is coming, but is something any a required field. Okay, for example, the name is required field. Okay, but you're not at passing this name, so you are able to get also the error here. Just send here this. So here the required field are missing. Name, this. Okay. Some, for example, if you have given the name, okay, but you have added any validation or something. Okay, let me create one validation rule also and check the error. So what it will give the error in validation rule. So whatever error you will create, error message given in your validation rule, that validation error message you are able to get in your API. So let me go to the object. So let's create one validation rule here. So I'm giving this account number, okay, account number validation. So I'm just adding this is not blank. See here, so if account number is blank account number, then it will throw the error. So account number should not be blank. So let me show the on top. So this validation rule I have created and activated. And let me check. So here I'm not passing any account number. Okay, and just hit this API. So see in message what we are getting, account number should not be blank. Field custom validation. So what the error type also you able to get which type of error is custom validation rule. You can check validation rule. But if you are again pass your account number, okay, like one. So then your error will go here. So this type you can create your, like this is the get, basically now this the it was the create account API. Okay.
आशीष, अगर एक्सटर्नल पार्टी से सेल्स फोर्स में हम डेटा पोस्ट कर रहे हैं एंड वो फेल हो रहा है, तो ये जो अभी हम तो ये पोस्टमैन के थ्रू चेक कर ले रहे हैं व्हाट इज एरर, बट हम रियल टाइम में कैसे मॉनिटरिंग करते हैं?
रियल टाइम में जैसे क्या होता है कि अगर ने, अब ये रियल टाइम आपने तो एपीआई क्रिएट करके दे दिया, ओके, यू हैव
जी।
क्रिएटेड दिस एपीआई, but what error, basically the exact error we are getting, that's why our record is not getting, or you are not able to get the record. So you should ask the third party system, okay, where you have provided your API, so you are able to get any error, please share your error log or whatever log you are generating, just send me the
Mhm.
error so you can check the error and like log, and if any log you have any error, so just figure it out and just fix from your side.
Okay, they will send us, right? They will
And
monitor.
correct. But also before sharing any API to third party system, first
Mhm.
you should test in your postman. Your API is working everything correct or not. For example, like you want to share this create account to third party system. So how you can give this API directly in a document? No. Create one document properly in a way. Okay. First step, second step, third step. Also you should uh, uh, take the screenshot of this postman and just put it in your documents and save your documents, share with the third party system and mention we have tested our API using the third part using the uh, uh, postman, check and let us know if anything any error are you able to succeed this API. Okay, because when we are creating our API and working in a live project, okay, so then you are not directly working in a production also, okay. So there you are creating a developer
Mhm.
org, then after that in UAT and SIT, after that it will be deployed in a production. So every time your, like everything will some same, okay, but if your org has been changed, so then your domain will change, okay. And here your
Yes.
client ID, client secret, username and password will also change. Okay, if your org has been changed, your these credential details also will change. So every time you should for every org you should create different document. For developer org, create different document, like same document, just copy paste and change your client ID secretly, whatever the required has been changed, just change and update and just send. This is the for this document for your SIT org, this document for your like UAT, and this document for production. Okay. So up now, for now, so this API or this method also will use for any custom object or not. So let me check and check any if I have any custom object here. Okay, so I don't have in this system any. So let me create one custom object here, and the custom object name is employee. Okay. So let me give this employee, and then name I'm giving this auto number EMP fund, then it will start with what I'm 0. So and we start with 1. So creating this and also launching the tab. Okay, the same now. So I'm also creating this tab, adding any like something, any tab.
Ashish, one small question.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose if we have written a trigger on that account object, okay,
Huh.
and
Mm-hmm.
the ML operation we are performing in that. So
Mm-hmm.
अगर ये डेटा आएगा तो ट्रिगर भी फायर होगा,
Correct.
तो वो टाइम पे how we will handle the means number of record which is coming from external system.
No, no, but here, whatever you have written trigger, so you have written the trigger for a specific like logic, right?
Condition, हाँ.
Conditional logic. So whatever the record is coming, and your trigger will run, and whatever the logic you have written in trigger will also run. No any impact. If you have add any something specific condition, this is if something missing or this is something gone, and this it will show the error. So whatever error you have added in trigger, then you will get error in this that API also.
सी अगर 200 रिकॉर्ड से ज़्यादा एक टाइम पे आ रहा है बल्क में, तो ट्रिगर फिर एक्सेप्शन देगा ना। डीएमएल अगर उसमें 10,000 रिकॉर्ड से ज़्यादा वो परफॉर्म कर रहा है,
हम्म।
उसके लिए हम बैच, जनरली हम अपने लोकल में तो बैच एच लिखते हैं इफ
करेक्ट।
बल्क डेटा है तो
हाँ
वो
हाँ।
अगर हमें हमें अगर इंटीग्रेशन के थ्रू अगर बल्क डेटा आ रहा है तो फिर उसमें भी ट्रिगर फायर होगा।
हाँ, बट
और
उस
फिर
टाइम पे क्या होता है, जैसे कि अगर आपने बल्क डेटा सेंड किया इंटीग्रेशन के थ्रू, ओके, तो जो आपका ट्रिगर फायर होगा, ओके, तो ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो ट्रिगर आप जब उसको बल्क, तो आप ऐसा नहीं कि ट्रिगर को आप हर बार में अपडेट कर रही होंगी, मतलब कुछ लिस्ट या कुछ मैप बना के उसको मतलब आउट ऑफ योर इफ यू आर डूइंग समथिंग फॉर लूप और समथिंग, देन यू आर अपडेटिंग एट द लास्ट मोमेंट, राइट?
यस, यस।
तो ऑलरेडी आपको आपको ट्रिगर ही हमेशा बल्कि फाइल लिखना है। ऐसा नहीं कि आपने एक रिकॉर्ड को उसने आपने फॉर लूप के अंदर अपडेट कर दिया एंड यू हैव बीन सर्टिंग इन अ सेम लूप, so then definitely you will get the error. Okay.
हाँ, वो फाइनल में ही इट विल इंसर्ट मीन्स आउटसाइड ऑल लूप, बट
Hmm.
10,000 रिकॉर्ड का वो होता है वन ट्रांजेक्शन में लिमिट है,
Correct.
राइट?
Hmm.
अगर
Hmm.
हम बल्कि 5 भी लिखें तो
हाँ हाँ।
वो केस में हम कैसे मतलब इसको ट्रिगर से कुछ एक्सेप्शन आए उसके लिए क्या हम नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड को कैसे कंट्रोल करेंगे जब वो एक्सटर्नल सिस्टम से आ रहा है तो?
तो उसके लिए फिर ये होता, जैसे कि उसके बाद हम यूज करते हैं ना ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क, ओके। उसके बाद
हुँ,
जैसे नॉर्मली हम ट्रिगर लिखते हैं जब हमें लगता है कि जहाँ वॉल्यूम ऑफ डेटा आता है, लार्ज वॉल्यूम ऑफ डेटा आता है, तो वहां पे हम
हुँ,
ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क यूज करते हैं, ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क क्रिएट करते हैं। तो हम कभी भी नॉर्मली किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट पे ट्रिगर नहीं लिख देते हैं, हम ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क बनाते हैं। अगर किसी भी आप लाइव प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करेंगी, मतलब किसी भी कंपनी में, तो आप देखोगे कभी भी कोई भी कंपनी आपको डायरेक्टली वहां पे, मतलब डायरेक्टली आपको ट्रिगर लिखने नहीं देगा। ही ऑलवेज सपोज टू यूज योर फ्रेमवर्क, बेसिकली ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क। So, like if you want to practice trigger framework, okay. So I have created my trigger framework, okay. Let me give you the link also in the chat. So वहां पे मैंने क्या किया है, सारे
हुँ,
आपको मतलब क्वेश्चन उसमें आपका सब कुछ उसमें ट्रिगर है, उसमें कैसे यूज करेंगे बेसिकली मैंने उसमें दे के रखा है। लेट मी गिव दिस ट्रिगर।
क्योंकि करंट कंपनी में तो हम लोग ट्रिगर हैंडलर से ही कर रहे हैं।
तो बट वहां पे हम ट्रिगर, हम कभी भी ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क हम लोग हमेशा ट्राई करते हैं ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क। तो ये लिंक है, इसमें इसमें मैंने कोड सारा दे के रखा है ट्रिगर फ्रेमवर्क का, ठीक है। ये वर्चुअल क्लास बनाते हैं, इस वर्चुअल क्लास को बना के हम इसको अब इसमें देखोगे, इसमें आप एक काउंट रिकॉर्ड को काउंट भी करता है, ये सारे आपको जितने भी ट्रांजेक्शन है सबको आपको सपोर्ट भी करता है पूरी। ओके, तो ये आपको इसको एक बार ट्राई करना है। इसमें मैंने एक एग्जांपल भी देकर रखा है कि आप कैसे इसको यूज करेंगे, ट्राई करके एक बार इसको ट्राई करके देखिएगा, फिर कोई मतलब क्वेश्चन होगा तो आप पूछ सकते हैं इसमें, ठीक है।
ओके,
तो मैं इसको आपको लिंक दे दे रहा हूँ चैट
ओके,
में।
यहाँ पे काउंट जी, यहाँ पे काउंट भी आप ले रहे हैं क्या?
काउंट भी,
बल्क
हाँ, वो
अपडेट के
काउंट भी
लिए?
चलता है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग फिर वो ट्रांजेक्शन ब्रेक करके दोबारा वो ट्रांजेक्शन करता है, ठीक है। तो इसलिए हम लोग कभी डायरेक्टली
ओके, ओके। यू
यूज
मीन
नहीं
अगर
करते।
बल्क डेटा आता है, यू मीन ये
हाँ,
हैंडल कर लेगा
करेक्ट
अगर बल्क
करेक्ट।
डेटा आएगा तो? अगर ओके,
हाँ,
ओके।
करेक्ट। ओके, तो अब हम किसी कस्टम ऑब्जेक्ट की बात कर रहे थे। सो बेसिकली आई हैव क्रिएटेड वन दिस कस्टम ऑब्जेक्ट एम्प्लॉय, एंड लेट मी क्रिएट द like another field text type is something, let me pass the email, 250. Okay, so here I only have created one field, custom field name, and name it's I have given the auto number. Okay, so only I will pass the email ID here. Okay, so now how you can create your custom object here. Okay, so let me this just duplicate here. Okay, and this is our custom object API. Okay, so custom object API, how you can create. So here what we will change here basically in a custom object, the name will change your object here. So instead of account, you should pass your custom object name. Already you have given this, and in body now these are things will removed, and here we should pass email underscore c. Okay, so whatever the email, I'm giving this test and then test and just hit enter. So see here, our record has been created now, custom object. So now let's check the employee and check record has been created. So this EMP1 has been created, and this is EMP name is auto number and email ID here we have given basically. Okay. Any question as of now? No. Okay. Now let's go for the next topic. Basically, it's about the traversing relationship. Basically. Okay. So what is the traversing relationship in this? So using the just object resource, you can traverse an object relationship to retrieve the update, delete related record. For example, here, so we have given one ID like, okay. So using this ID, you can get your, related object data here. Okay. So now how you can create basically. So let me create one another API here and just let me do the duplicate. So I'm giving this API name contact and account for both. Okay. So both are in the relationship. Okay. So here I want to use basically the contact object. So let me go to the contact. This is our contact, and I want to use this is the NDN, and we in this I have the Dixon PLC company account name. Okay. So let me copy this ID, and how we can check basically use. So use here contact. Okay. After you can pass your ID. Okay. You can pass here, and then your method should be get. Now we are getting the record. Let's check what the data is coming if you are using directly here. So in attributes is showing only all the here name, ID, and contact. These are things. Okay. Whatever the other fields like address and everything here is coming the data. See here, all the data is coming here. Okay, for this ID. Now I want to use the specific like account also. So how you can use your account field also if you want, like any specific account. Okay. So here after you can give account. Okay. Question mark. Which field you want? So I want only name. So this field I want. Okay. So if you see here in parameters, it's automatic added in the Salesforce. It means basically when you are using the Apex code, so your name, this account will should go in the parameters. Let's click on this. Now see here, your account name is coming Dixon PLC. Any question here in traversing API, traversing relationship also?
Can we also go from parent to child?
Hello, yeah,
Similarly, we can go from parent to child.
correct, yes,
Account and then
yes. Okay, now the REST API query resource. Okay, so we have used this traversing, and another option we have the query resource. So how we can get our query resource, query basically here. Let me duplicate this. So our the next topic here, this is the REST API query resources. The query resource allow you to execute SQL query to retrieve data from your Salesforce app. Okay, so what basically if you are doing a SQL query, directly you can query in your API. So any complexity like anywhere clause or any specific data if you want to fetch from Salesforce to third-party system, so you can use directly SQL query. So how you can use SQL query in your org basically? Okay, so let's go here and let me remove this. Okay, so let me give the name here, SQL query API. Okay, so now this is our basically the 59. So after version, after version what you should add here, we have another option, query options. Okay, just add the query and then question mark. After question mark, add q means query. So in a query, what you want, you can add here. Basically, for example, I'm adding here select ID, comma name, comma like something account number from account. Okay. So on the basis of object, you can add your simple query or fields in this query. If you check here, so you're able to get so here the method the post we should add here get method. So send this method. So see here how many record in this system total as of now. So there are total 17 record. Okay, data done. Then here you able to get your records, attribute type and accounts. Here your account ID name and account number. Same, you able to get all the fields. If you want to add any other fields also here, so you can add another fields like something type. So you able to get that type also in this field. If you want to add any where clause, okay. So but let me add where name equal to, let me add the single quote. Okay, so let me copy this any name from here like something this Grand Hotel Limited. Let me add this simple query. So then you're able to get only one record on the basis of your query. So we are getting some error. Where name is something. Okay, so here we should add account dot name. Where account dot name this inline mismatch the character to be expected. Okay, I think double quotes. Let me add one double quotes here. No viable alternative character. Where account, where name equal to this. Account number type from account name, this column in line, no viable alternative character, this. Malware SQL query. It's not coming single quotes query.
I think it's a double quote, no? So forward slash is required. It is taking as a string.
I think that's it. So slash and new, I think this mismatch character. So, but here we can't add the forward slash directly. No? Okay. Main format. Let me use the same SQL query in developer console. So what we are getting the error. Okay, I think the issue with the space, I think the API is coming. I think here we are giving this here. If you see here the space, I think we should add plus instead of space. Let me add the space. Okay. And let me see. No, it's coming the same. Select ID name account. Malware mismatch. Single quotes and double quotes, both. Mhm. Okay, I think here we are adding, that skip the single quotes that transformed it. So directly we are not able to add here. Okay, but that whenever you're using the third-party API system, where you can directly add your, directly you can pass your variable. So then it will not get any issue basically there. So okay. So let me remove this where clause now. Okay. So for this where clause, okay, and whatever the total record we have, 17 record here. Okay. And now the where we want to add any like relationship query. So our the next topic here the uh, relationship SQL query. Okay. So for the query resource allow you to execute SQL query relationship query that traverse the parent to child and child to parent relationship. Okay. So then how you can add your child to parent and parent to child record basically here. Okay. So let me go here and I want to just copy duplicate again and give the name here basically this one uh, relationship queries. Okay. So in relationship queries, what you should add here. So for example, this is not that one. So let's go in the SQL query. Hmm, This is a get method. Okay. Now let's add the relationship and like the SQL query here within this. So for example, after type, okay, I want to add the our relationship query. So here, just add the parenthesis and select ID, like select ID, comma, first name, comma, last name from contacts. Okay, and then from account. Let's create. So here we have total, okay, 16. Now let's check the how the record is coming. If you see here, in first record, the account data is coming. In this contact, we don't have any contacts. Move on the second record is like integration test 2. We don't have any contact, also showing null. In third record, if you see here, like Dixon PLC, we have total one contact record. So how many record is coming? One record for this only, like this account Dixon PLC. You see here the name is Andy and last name is Dayal. If someone contact, we have multiple like this contact. You see, we have two contacts record. So how you can check? See here in this the first records with the records, the list of records coming. Okay, and within the first one is the first name John Bond, and another record is attributes. If you see here, another record is Tim Bear. This is how the record is coming behind this. Okay, so these are records, and how these we can get the record, and we can add the like child to parent and parent to child. So this is a relationship record. Okay, but if you want to like same, like if you want to get the like what we can say, like if you want to get the record from child to parent, the same you can do, like let me duplicate for this same. Okay, let me go the get. Okay, so here same SQL query, let me copy and paste for this here. So for now I have created like parent to child. Now let me write another query for child to parent. Select ID, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma. How you want to add this parent to child? So account dot name, comma, account dot like type, and account dot phone from contact. Okay, just send. So see here, total we have 20 contacts record. Now if you check in your records here, so see this is the our contact details, like account first name, last name, and in the account object we have the account related details. See here, account name is the age communication, type is the customer direct, and phone number that is. So this type of API for parent to child, child to parent relationship API, we can create and we can send to third party system. But before any API sharing, we should create our access token and share with the third party system. So this is all about today. And if you have any question, please ask. Then we will discuss more. Anyone have any question or any doubt as of now? No. So I think I should wrap up now. If you have any question or any doubt, okay, so you can connect with on WhatsApp. I have also my WhatsApp group. Okay, yes, Rishi Matkar. There you can ping me directly, and if you have any doubt, any question, so you can ping me directly on WhatsApp also. So I will try to give the answer also. For the where clause, I will check once, okay, how we can directly use in a like postman that passing the escape single course. Then I'll share with you using the email or like something like from the top message. Okay. Okay, everyone. So thanks for joining and thanks for the support. Let's meet the next session, the next maybe next week. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.